Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Arcady, and today I want to talk with you about this culture that we call hustle, or when people trying to make you working as hard as possible. I'm originally from Russia. It's another country, another continent, and of course the culture is much more different. I wouldn't say like it's better or worse. It's just different, all right? For example, when I was growing up in Russia, we didn't have anything like this. I mean, I used to be this kind of guy, at the beginning of my life, let's say like this, when I was like 16, maybe 17 years old. I didn't care too much about anything. I wasn't very interested in education. I wasn't trying to learn English or anything like this, so that's why I'm still learning, all right? And I was just a typical teenager who was focusing on something different, having pleasure, having fun, just going outside and spending time with your friends. So I just didn't care about my life, about the future. But after I turned 18, maybe 20 years old, something, happened to my mind. Probably because I started making money, and I realized that if I go and shoot a wedding and spend like 2 days shooting a wedding with a photographer, I can make much more money than my parents. It doesn't make sense because, for example, my father, he has two different diploma, and my mother too. She's very smart, very educated woman. But sometimes my parents have to spend 5, 6, even 7 days per week just to get the money. And I just didn't understand why, like the guy like me, who is just like 20 years old, who just didn't care about anything, wanted to spend his time with his friends, playing FIFA, playing soccer, and something like this, he makes much more money than his parents. Doesn't make sense at all, right? But this is like the modern world that we're living right now. And so the thing is that when I just moved to the USA, I realized that the people here, I mean, it really depends what are you doing for your life, what kind of people that you're hanging out with. And so it really depends of your lifestyle. Because, for example, when I was living in Miami, people, I would say, are way too chill. They don't want to hustle too much. They want just, go to the ocean, go somewhere to vacation, spend their time and enjoy the weather because, this is Florida, right? It's a paradise in the earth. But here in California, people are a little bit different. And I feel like my generation, I'm 31 years old. I have to work as much as I can just at the beginning because I don't want to spend too much time in the future. I don't want to work, for the whole life like my parents at 65 years old. It doesn't make sense for me because, I really see how other people live on this planet and what they do. So those people are really inspiring me right now. But at the same time, I feel like this is what we call the culture, the hustle culture. And I don't know anything about your foundation, about your beliefs, about your mindset. But what I'm trying to say in this video is sometimes you need to take a break. Even you're so far away from your goal, you're so far away from your distance. Sometimes if you work 24 hours a day, like say like this, right? 7 days per week, months to months to months. After another month, you start feeling that you're burning out. You don't have any desire, you don't have any motivation, you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to spend your time with your friends, right? You just want to sleeping, watching Netflix in the bed because now you're empty. And this is what happens if you work every day. This is what happens if you want to have this kind of hustle culture that is really common here in America. And what I found is very, very interesting that sometimes you just need to go somewhere outside and spend your time in the nature. And now let's jump to the next chapter.
So I just found a trail that... Okay. Or I just found a trail that leads to the lake. It's not a lake, it's something like a little lake, I would say. And I would be happy to swim, but the only thing is water is very dirty because there is no flow. And that means there are a lot of bacteria, a lot of, guys. So,
but instead you can walk around, you can breathe the fresh air, enjoy the view. Just feel like you're human, right? So we have a different background here that I usually have, and I am like 40, maybe 30 minutes away from the place where I live right now. So today is Sunday, and I wouldn't say that I try to spend every Sunday somewhere outside, but at least I don't work too much. Also, I don't like to eat too much. I don't like to, play video games, watch movies, or, do something that takes my energy, like drinking coffee, going to the gym, or spend my time on social media because so far I have like multiple Instagram accounts, multiple YouTube channels, and I need to spend a lot of time just to posting something every day. And it takes a lot of time. Also, I need to work with my team, deliver a lot of videos to my customers. So today is officially the day off, and I look like an angel. Look at me, because we have the back line, there is the sun behind me, and also the front place is very bright. So we have two lights, and this is really amazing because we can just play with this. Drinking a black tea, this is the best drink that you have, like if you go somewhere to the nature. Some lemon in there, and just enjoy the weather. Coming back to the topic of this video, and the reason why I'm making this video is very, very simple. That I see a lot of young people who want to get a successful life. I am on your side because I also this kind of person who wants to get rich, who wants to build a future. And this is why I work hard, I go to the gym, I try to eat, very healthy food. I really try to work with my mindset, reading books sometimes, learning English. I'm not trying to say that I do this every day, but at least I have this kind of mindset that keep telling me like, hey, Harry, we need to work if you want to have this kind of lifestyle and the future is bright and you have the money, we have the family, you need to work today. So because tomorrow you will be this person. But again, guys, sometimes you need to take a little break, and this is why. I really believe in the human biology. I'm a human being as well as you, I hope. And probably because we have a lot of different hormones, we have a lot of different emotions, a lot of different chemistry in our mind. So our brain really says what we feel and how we need to react sometimes. And let me explain you what I'm talking. For example, if you have an argument with your girlfriend, now you feel upset. Even you have much more arguments. It doesn't make sense because this is your girlfriend, and they know what they're talking about, right? So anyway, even you're right, you feel bad. You don't have any mood just because your cortisol level and the stress hormone, it really is going up right now because you feel this kind of anxiety, even like depression sometimes. It's a very interesting topic, by the way, because for example, if you're depressed again, right? So that means that your cortisol level is very high and your serotonin level is very low. So you don't see how beautiful this life is. And that means that you need to find a balance. And those people who work 24 hours a day, or those who go to the gym and they listen very hard music or do some like emotional stuff, so they are very addicted to adrenaline, to dopamine. And this is why it's so boring just to read sometimes. This is why it's so boring just to do something instead of scrolling, instead of watching Netflix, play video games, smoking weed, drinking alcohol, because all of these things, they give you a lot of dopamine, very cheap dopamine, and this is the problem. And for example, when you just wake up, right, you pick up your phone, you start scrolling Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you go, I get your energy drink, and then you start eating some junk food. All of the things again give you a lot of dopamine, and that means that you get this energy, this kind of pleasure just for free because you haven't done anything yet. This is why it's so hard to be disciplined on the things that bring you much more value like in the future. Let's back to the nature.
So I was born and raised in the city where I'm so I was like a typical city boy. But the city where I'm from is very unique because next to the city we have a big forest with a natural lake. And it was really cool to go there like at any season. Like in the summer, you just go there, you meet, eat, playing with your friends, swimming in the lake. But in the winter, there was a mountain, and you were skiing down there. So even I was a typical city boy, every time, if I had a chance, I just went to the nature.
Whew. Black tea.
Do you guys know this kind of feeling when you spend the whole day somewhere in the ocean, on the beach, you were swimming, you were chilling, or you go hiking, doing some activity. And so at the end of the day, you feel so much tired. Even you go to the gym, it's not the same, right? So every time when you go to the place like this, you give a lot of energy. At the same time, these places give much energy to you.
And talking about my personal experience, if you see like the laptop behind me, if I need to edit a lot of videos, I really hate it, by the way, right? I cannot spend like the whole day editing like some kind of videos. It just makes me crazy, right? But anyway, I just set a timer for like 45, maybe an hour maximum. This is how much I can sit down without like any distraction or anything like this. And this is how I can work. after 45 minutes mark, after an hour maximum, I just stand up, I just walk around the room, play with my rabbit, going to have a snack. I'm still learning English, all right? So yeah, just a little break that gives you some energy, working with your muscles, do something instead. And of course, at the end of the day, you also need to give your some kind of rest. Let's say you spend the whole day working on a project. So the best thing that you can do at the end of the day, just give your body a little present. I'm talking about some food. I'm talking about some experience that you go just outside, breathing the fresh air, getting some vitamin D under the sunlight. This is what you need to do. For example, I usually go to the pool, or I read somewhere outside, or I just go, for a walk with my rabbit or by myself, just because I really want to thank my body for this working experience, because I've been hustling the whole day. And at the end of the week, I also have a break. So go to the nature, go somewhere outside, turn the notifications off. I really believe this is the best tool how to be motivated, how to have a lot of energy for the next week. So guys, if you really enjoyed watching this video, put it thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys at the next time. Всем пока.